be a season 3. I'm not thinking that far. I have so much to focus on right now.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard has officially confirmed that her reality show Life After Lockup has been cancelled by Lifetime TV, putting an end to months of speculation about its future. For Gypsy, the cancellation is a significant blow, as the show served as her main platform to shape the narrative of her life story.
But basic, biatch, narcissistic sociopath. Had she been clever, which she can't be on the spot because no narc is, and that's when they make their errors. Stop going on lives, Gypsy, you're making it worse for yourself, love. She would have said.
But of course, in true Gypsy Rose fashion, there's more to the story than what meets the eye. Let's break it all down. Gypsy addressed the cancellation during a TikTok live session where she answered various questions from viewers. When one fan asked if she would be filming a 3rd season, Gypsy responded with noticeable hesitation, claiming she wasn't thinking that far ahead because she was busy focusing on her newborn.
There is no season 3. They didn't cancel me, I swear. It's my 3-month-old baby. My newborn's privacy and anonymity and safety is really important to me, so I decided not to do a season 3. It's a tip from someone that knows her shit.
However, her demeanor, marked by deep sighs, micro-expressions, and a visible unease, told a different story. Gypsy's explanation felt less like a personal decision and more like an attempt to mask the reality that Lifetime had decided to pull the plug on the show. As she elaborated, Gypsy's choice of words seemed carefully curated to emphasize her supposed focus on motherhood. Yet, her body language painted a different picture.
After Nina's conversation with Gypsy, Nina urged her to post a public taking accountability video, and she took that advice. So I saw that Gypsy Rose Blanchard messaged Nina. I saw Gypsy's video that she posted, her part 1 taking accountability.
Avoiding direct eye contact, a wavering voice, and frequent pauses mid-sentence, as if searching for the right way to spin the narrative.
Maybe a season 3. I'm not thinking that far. I have so much to focus on right now.
Naturally, this only fueled speculation among viewers, who quickly took to social media to debate whether her explanation was genuine or just another layer of her carefully crafted public image.
Lifetime is canceling Gypsy Rose after this season. She wants people to believe that she's saying it's over, she doesn't want to be filmed. Lifetime is canceling her show.
Gypsy's claim that she's overwhelmed by motherhood seemed inconsistent, especially given her strong online presence.
Not the other way around. Now, the real tea is, if she's being canceled, allegedly, how do you think this is going to end? Y'all, this is where the juicy part comes, because I'm starting to...
While portraying herself as consumed by caring for her baby, she remains highly active on social media.
I think Melissa Moore is really going to turn on her, because how else are they going to end this season? The internet knows that she's lying. We've all read the book. We've seen the conflicts.
Frequently hosting live sessions where she discusses her appearance, interacts with fans.
Melissa Moore is looking really crazy for even publishing it. Do you guys not think that she's going to be exposed?
And even addresses her critics. For example, during a recent live session, Gypsy spent significant time detailing her makeup routine and chatting about unrelated personal topics, actions that left many questioning her claims that life is too hectic to accommodate filming. Gypsy's obsession with managing her public image has extended beyond social media. Reports suggest she's actively reached out to TikTok creators to dispute criticisms or clarify inconsistencies in their content. She's even messaged creators who have questioned the timelines of her stories or pointed out discrepancies in her narrative. This behavior strongly suggests that her primary focus lies not on motherhood, as she claims, but on maintaining control over how the public perceives her. One notable example of Gypsy's eagerness to shape the narrative came when she reached out to TikTok creator Riley Low News.
Rose Blanchard DM'd me, and I took the opportunity to ask her a few questions. Here's what I asked, and here's her response. She had originally DM'd me about a video I made pointing out her lies and inconsistencies. If you want to see that whole message, it's in the last part. I took the opportunity to ask about the other parts that she didn't address. Here's what I said.
Riley had previously highlighted inconsistencies in Gypsy's accounts of her childhood and the events surrounding her mother's death. Gypsy's decision to dig into these past critiques and refute them point by point showcased her relentless drive to defend her image. However, this effort seemed to come at the expense of the priorities she claims to have, like focusing on her newborn.
Because Gypsy gives a fuck about her. Yeah. Oh, can you believe it? Yeah, she gives a fuck about her more than her TikTok account. So, yeah, Nina, that's why you haven't seen a picture, because you was never going to fucking see a picture. I was floored when I saw this video today, because I was like, why is she so confused?
In another TikTok live, Gypsy collaborated with a creator named Bree to further her narrative. During the session, Gypsy positioned herself as misunderstood, repeatedly lamenting how misinformation about her spreads and how quickly people judge without knowing the full story. Her calm demeanor and carefully chosen words were clearly meant to paint her as the victim. But for many viewers, it felt like another strategic attempt to control the narrative surrounding her life and past actions. She claims her intentions are always misrepresented, casting herself as a victim of malicious rumors and unfair criticism. While this narrative has won her some sympathy, it's also faced heavy scrutiny.
So wrong so fast.
Well, I think people need to understand that Ryan and I had been in a relationship for 3 years. And sometimes relationships just take its course, and that's what happened.
Do you regret the marriage?
Many critics argue that Gypsy's actions reveal a consistent pattern of manipulating her image to dodge accountability and deflect blame. Her willingness to revisit old criticisms and directly engage with detractors shows a clear obsession with controlling public perception, even as her credibility continues to crumble. The cancellation of Life After Lockup marks a huge blow to Gypsy's ability to control the narrative.
Lifetime is canceling Gypsy Rose after this season. He wants people to believe that she's saying it's over, she doesn't want to be filmed. Lifetime is canceling her show.
For 2 seasons, the show allowed her to carefully craft her version of events, painting herself as a victim and deflecting criticism. Remember season 1? It centered on her divorce from Ryan and her rekindled relationship with her ex Ken. Gypsy spun a dramatic tale, portraying Ryan as an abusive, controlling partner, which earned her a wave of public sympathy. She positioned herself as a survivor escaping a toxic relationship. But as Ryan's side of the story emerged, things didn't look so black and white.
I regret getting married while I was still in prison. I don't regret the relationship.
Afraid of him. Is that accurate?
I'm not afraid of Ryan. I think that there is...
His version exposed holes in Gypsy's narrative, revealing a far more complex dynamic that challenged her victim story. Season 2 leaned heavily into Gypsy's battles with online criticism and the drama surrounding her child's paternity. Once again, Gypsy framed herself as a target of relentless cyberbullying, showcasing harsh comments and rumors. She used the show to point fingers at others, including Ryan and Ken, portraying them as the villains in her story. Even the strain in her relationship with Ken over their unplanned pregnancy was spun as an external conflict, diverting attention from Gypsy's role in the chaos.
Some things that happened that I think we both wish wouldn't have. But I mean, that's a relationship. It goes through its ups and downs, and it's really difficult sometimes.
But viewers weren't buying it. Many questioned her victim narrative, with the show's carefully controlled environment making it clear that Gypsy was still hard at work curating her public image. Now with the show canceled, Gypsy has lost her biggest platform for shaping the story on her own terms. This leaves her vulnerable to unfiltered narratives that may challenge the image she's worked so hard to construct.
So, in the state of Louisiana, the law states that if a child is conceived within a marriage, the husband is the presumed father of.
Lifetime's decision to pull the plug likely stemmed from the growing backlash they faced, for enabling Gypsy to rewrite her story while profiting from her controversial past. Critics accused the network of giving a convicted criminal a platform to cash in on her notoriety, and the outrage went beyond social media. Petitions, boycotts, and online campaigns pressured Lifetime to cut ties with Gypsy, and the network ultimately made the pragmatic and inevitable choice to cancel the series. The mounting backlash against Lifetime for associating with Gypsy highlighted the moral dilemmas of profiting from a story like hers.
That child.
I wish that she had gotten through this divorce process before this happened.
I'm labeled a loose woman, a hoe. I've already seen comments online of people saying that.
Ultimately, the network's decision to end the show appears to be a mix of damage control and ethical necessity. This cancellation, however, comes with steep financial repercussions for Gypsy. Without the show, her main source of steady income is gone. While she remains active on TikTok, her content has yet to translate into substantial sponsorships or brand deals. Her book sales bring in some revenue, but not nearly enough to sustain her lifestyle. Even donations from her sympathizers, though appreciated, are unreliable and far from a stable financial resource.
It should have been a condition of my parole to get my tubes tied. The test is less for the public and more for Ryan to say, hey dude, you're not the father, accept it and move on.
The big question now, what's next for Gypsy? Will she consider traditional employment, which might conflict with her curated public persona? Or will she pivot to monetizing her story through exclusive interviews, paid appearances, or even launching her own online ventures? Whatever path she chooses, it won't be easy. Her diminishing credibility and growing public skepticism make it harder for her to attract financial opportunities. Without the controlled platform of her reality show, Gypsy faces an uphill battle to remain relevant and financially stable.
Not the other way around. Now, the real tea is, if she's being canceled, allegedly, how do you think this is going to end? Y'all, this is where the juicy part comes, because I'm starting to think Melissa Moore is really going to turn on her, because how else are they going to?
The cancellation also exposes cracks in Gypsy's narrative. While she claims to be focusing on her newborn, her active social media presence suggests otherwise. TikTok live sessions, where she engages with fans and addresses critics, hint at a different set of priorities. Was ending the show truly her decision, or did Lifetime drop her amid the growing backlash? Is motherhood her primary focus, or is maintaining her online persona taking center stage?
In this season, the internet knows that she's lying. We've all read the book. We've seen the conflicts. Melissa Moore is looking really crazy for even publishing it.
This shift leaves Gypsy at a crossroads. The protective bubble of her reality show is gone, forcing her to confront the harsh realities of her situation. Will she reinvent herself, or cling to the same strategies that have drawn both sympathy and criticism? These unanswered questions add new layers to her story, keeping the public intrigued. Gypsy's situation also sparks broader conversations about redemption, accountability, and the role of media in shaping public perceptions. Her reality show gave her a platform to rewrite her narrative, but its cancellation strips away that control. Now, the spotlight shines brighter on her next moves. So, what do you think Gypsy's next steps will be? Share your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for more updates on this unfolding drama. As always, we'll bring you the latest Gypsy Rose gossip, because the story is far from over.